Hello again, Secretary Redding. Welcome back to Lancaster Farming. How you been?
Well, great, thank you. A lot of miles in between, but we're doing fine. Thank you.
Yeah, good. Well, here we are. It's June. June is dairy month, and dairy farming is a huge part of agriculture here in the state. So let's just, go serious right away. What's the biggest issue facing dairy farmers here in Pennsylvania?
Well, I think the last census of USDA sort of tells the story, right? So we have lost farms over the last 5 years. That pace, ought to concern everybody. Cow numbers are down a little bit, but concerning to me is certainly the number of farms. So I want to make sure that we're doing the right things to try to, stop that slide of loss of dairy farms and dairy cows. Each one of those is a local business. So to me, it's always a concern of economics. Um, you know, Coupled with here in June Dairy Month, is making sure that we're also being good promoters and advocates for the product. And I don't think any of us should just take that for granted. Is that there are so many options in the marketplace. Why do we promote dairy? Why do we encourage dairy? Obviously, the 8 essential vitamins and nutrients is key. It's good nutrition, but it's also good business.
What is your department doing to protect the dairy herd from avian influenza? Which is a weird question to ask because cows get bird flu now, apparently. It's a mixed up, crazy world.
Listen, yeah, it's crazy. So we're concerned about it. We are working every day with the U.S. Department of Agriculture. As you can appreciate, significant international interest in this concern as well to keep it contained and suppressed. Most importantly, keep the food safety, the food system safe. And then for the dairy industry, and I think unique to Pennsylvania is that we have so many multi-species farms, right? A lot of dairies with birds, a lot of birds with dairy. That's sort of the perfect storm of problem. And that's how part of this started in the western part of the country. So we're hyper about this. We're asking people to be really, really sensitive to biosecurity, whether you're the poultry producer or the dairy with poultry and vice versa. That's most critical. And then, of course, the testing continues. That was put in motion by the USDA to make sure that we're tracking the animals across interstate shipment here and internationally to make sure that they're safe. So concerned about it. We're on it. Proud of Pennsylvania just because we were an early lead on putting in place our own quarantine. Of course, with the action of the USDA, we now have a national standard, which a lot of states want it anyhow. So we were able to modify ours.
On a more positive note, June is Dairy Month, as we mentioned in the intro, but how do you celebrate that? What does June Dairy Month mean to you?
Well, it's not going to be complete until we get downtown and have a milkshake and celebrate with the dairy royalty of Pennsylvania. It's the one time of the year that brings everybody out of the Capitol, right, onto the Capitol steps. You've got leadership there, the dairy industry. I always think it's cool because there's very few things that bring people out of that building except the fire drill, right? So you get a chance to really mingle with ag. So we celebrate then. And then we'll start hitting the ice cream trail. It's going to be right, ready to go.
Right. Well, speaking of ice cream, what is your favorite flavor?
It'll be chocolate with some peanut butter chunks.
Dish or cone?
Double. A nice dish of ice cream is good.
Do you have a favorite dairy breed?
Yes, the Holsteins. What we had growing up, and we had that as our own dairy as well. So partial to them.
All right. Secretary Redding, thank you so much for your time today. It is great to talk to you. Thank you.
Good to see you as always. Thank you.